How's it going, everybody? I decided to make this video with a kind of a update, um, channel update. Depending upon how things go in the near future, I may slow down a little bit on the videos. I hope not. Um, as I had said previously, um, just look over the dog. But as I had said previously, I will most likely expand my channel to a little bit of history. That is one of my interests. I may even cover mythology. Again, with Christmas coming up, I'll most likely cover at least some aspects of the not only the Christian traditions, but also some of the pagan traditions they were based off of. My first video most likely will be showing at least part of my collection. I don't have a really big collection of Roman artifacts. This is one. That is a arrowhead, a Roman arrowhead, dug up in Gaul. Gaul used to be pretty much most of a big part of Europe. It was largely made up of the Gaelic-speaking culture that we now call the Celts or Celtics. The Germanics were a little further north. They did invade Rome. They were part of the invasion of Rome, but I will expand on history and archaeology somewhat, just because that's my interest. My next video, that's going to be about science. It's going to be another two-part video. The first part, I'm going to go over a generalization of the animal itself, or the class of animal itself. I'm going to go over sharks. I'll give some basic biology and that kind of thing. The next video after that will be over a particular shark. One has become famous in recent years, the Megalodon. It's a 60-foot mackerel shark, between 40 and 60 depending on the estimations. So that is another thing that will be in the future, hopefully pretty soon. Maybe this weekend the first episode will be live, which will be 7th or 8th. Again, next week, in the next few weeks, depending on how things go, I may have to slow down on making videos. I do have some medical issues that's having to be addressed, but hopefully everything will be good from there. After that, after the Megalodon, I will go over the basic dromaeosaurs. The family of dinosaurs that are called raptors now. I have a few things to show. You saw on my T-Rex video, I have showed one of the teeth, but I'll go over a few other things with them. They are really interesting. Come Christmas time, again, I will do some. I'll be doing some things with that. I'll also go over some of the animals linked to modern Christmas, the reindeer, and most likely I'll go over some of the Middle Eastern animals at the time of Christ's birth. In the last video on Halloween, I may have come across rather harsh on Christianity, and I did not mean to do that. I don't really, any religion I don't want to be harsh on, no matter what it is. It's just there have been a lot of religions that's done things, a lot of cultures. There's no culture that's guilt-free for the most part. But I just wanted to say that. I didn't mean to come across overly harsh, but if I did. But there was just a lot of things Christians done in the name of God that were not part of God. It goes against the Christian teachings. There's a lot of things now that people do and say that it is of God, but they don't. They're not part of it. But that's neither here nor there, and I'm not getting political or going into a religious discussion about that. I'm most likely will not only history but the mythology of the cultures that I'm going over. So if I go over, when I get the chance to go over the Roman mythology, I'll go over the Roman history. I'll also go over their belief system, because their belief system, as all belief systems, play a part in what happens during that time frame and the choices they make. But for the most part, I'm going to try to stay non-political and non-biased on things. It's rather dark here. I like this setting. It's a good setting. I love the woods, being out in nature. So yeah, those are my plans for the next little while. I have a lot of videos I want to do. I've just not sat down and wrote the ones out or the order I want to do them in. I'll most likely do that directly to get everything laid out. I do want to be on a more rigid schedule. It's just hard to do. If you all don't mind, I would ask that you share my content. If you come across it, maybe someone on your friends list, either on Facebook or any of the other social medias, may find it interesting, even if you may not. You don't have to, but that is a request. Since I am expanding my stuff to cover history and mythology, now this will be sporadic off and on. Hopefully I'll kind of want to do a science video, or a couple science videos followed by a couple history and mythology videos. That may not happen that way. I'm hoping to schedule it like that. So I am losing light. It is the winter solstice. Shoot, is this daylight standard time or Eastern Standard Time instead of Eastern daylight time. So as we get closer to the solstice, it gets a lot darker, a lot quicker, which is fine. I love the dark. If it snows, I may do some videos of the snow. My plans on traveling may have been put on hold. I did get to do some traveling with my family. That's where the autumn video came from. That was just something I wanted to throw together. Something to focus on while I was feeling bad. But with my current situation, I may not be able to travel much. But I do want to. hopefully eventually I will get to go to different locations. One of the locations I do want to go to, and it's history based, and I don't want to cause any controversy with everything going on. There's a battlefield a little over an hour away, a Civil War battlefield. It's called the Battle of Mill Springs. A lot of people died there, both Union and Confederates. That will be a video I do, though I will not take sides one way or the other. I will not come across as taking sides. I may try to explain the viewpoint of both sides, but as far as taking sides and say that I agree with one or the other, of course I agree that slavery is wrong and it should not have happened. In any of the instances throughout history and time that it has happened, that is something that should never have been tolerated. But that being said, I will try to take as a neutral tone as I can. For the simple fact that history itself is neutral, at least the study of it. History is just a study of change over time. So to study history, you have to come to it as an open mind and just observe the changes and not let your viewpoints affect you. It's the same as science. You cannot let your viewpoints of things affect you. Just because you do not believe in them politically, or you don't want to, you think they are not one way or the other. You must be unbiased when it comes to science. If you start looking at facts to support your theory and not a theory to support your facts, you are gravely mistaken. That was a paraphrase of Sherlock Holmes, by the way. You all have a great evening. I've lost a lot. That's fine. This is a ramble. I just wanted to do something. The last couple of days has been really rough. This month is Epilepsy Awareness Month. That is part of the reason for my medical conditions. I have been diagnosed with a form of epilepsy. For those of you who don't know, so far it's not been tonic-clonic seizures, but it has wreaked havoc on me in the last few months. With it being Awareness Month, I ask that you do a little bit of research. You don't have to go into it, but do a little bit of research so that you understand what people go through. Before I was diagnosed, before I started having seizures, I had friends I have really good friends that do it, that take seizures, but that are epileptic. And I always had respect for their illness, I guess you could say. I didn't want to downplay it whatsoever. But when it comes to me actually having them myself and the drain that it takes out on you, it's a wake up. You all have a good evening. I've lost a lot. Just stay safe. Like, share, subscribe. I do need more subscribers. I would like to get more views. Right now it's hovering around 10 per video, which is fine. I'm not going to quit doing the videos just because of that. I enjoy doing them. It's something to take my mind off of things, and I love learning. So you all have a great day and great night whenever it is you watch this video, and talk to you later.